For podcast listeners out there, if you are a podcast listener listening to the audio version, we plan to have the video now uploaded with the audio on all podcast platforms. All right. So, podcasting, they got video, audio, they mixing it, they upgrading, they changing things. So now video will be alongside the audio. So if you are listening, you're on the road, you're anywhere, and you're listening to Nick Moses 05 Gaming Podcast, we thank you, first and foremost. But yeah, you can go ahead and check out the video version too, right alongside. Bam! There we go. Outside of that, the numbers have been crazy. You all seen it. We're over, I think, 2 million views within the past 30 days across all our platforms. That is thanks to everyone here. A lot of IRL content is doing that. A lot of our content here is doing that. And we're just gonna keep it going. I don't want to talk too much. All right. Chelsea, wait, what's going on? Shout out to the ladies. Okay. Fellas, we got to show the ladies love. We got too many stiff legs around here, man. All right, when you get the ladies come through, show a little love, man. All right, that's why you got too many stiff legs. The way you act. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get to the show. I ain't going to hold you up no further. Shane, when I see you in October, you know how it is. Okay, so gaming gone wild. Everyone knows what this is. This is the segment where we cover crimes around video games weekly. We try to cover recent events. We don't want to cover things that are too old. We might also revisit certain things where stories may pick up. So without further ado, let's get straight into our first story for Gaming Gone Wild, which is a very interesting one, and you guys are going to be able to see video on screen. I thank everybody for tuning in. If you can, hit the like, share out the content, and let's go ahead and get to it. All right. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, guys. See a couple people hitting the like. Thank you. Thank you. We're also on TikTok. I can see you there too. Everyone on TikTok, thank you. All right. So you guys should be able to see the video on screen now. Right? Gonna make sure we got everything set up perfectly here. So I think we're good. I think we're pretty good. At approximately 3:40 in the damn morning on Monday, July 6th, an alarm went off at 8-Bit Retro Video Games. Now, for those who don't know what that is, it's a locally owned vintage gaming store on Cerrillos Road, all right? The store owner arrived within minutes and reportedly found a shattered window and a shirtless man standing behind the damn counter. We are not joking. Yes, a shirtless man behind the counter. It's nasty work. Police identified the man as 22-year-old Nathaniel Carter. Now, according to court documents, the owner confronted Carter and tried to stop him from leaving. The owner picked his nuts up and stepped in front of the criminal, very bold. The two wrestled inside the store before Carter managed to break free, run outside, and escape in a Subaru SUV. The owner did suffer minor injuries and was treated at the scene. Okay. Police say approximately $300 was missing from the store's cash register, and investigators also found a knife near the broken window. That's all they had. But apparently one video game store was not enough. Less than 1 hour later, police received another call from a shopping center about 1 mile away. This time, witnesses reported an SUV repeatedly ramming the building near a GameStop and a Hertz rental location. When officers arrived, their body camera footage, as a lot of you were able to see, reportedly showed the SUV still smashing into a brick pillar outside the damn building. Police ordered Carter immediately out of the vehicle and arrested him without further incident. Thank the Lord. Oh, shut up, phone. It's talking. Okay, my fault. Now, it gets even crazier. I know. You wonder how. How? Well, investigators discovered that the Subaru that Carter was driving had allegedly been stolen in Albuquerque. Yes, I will repeat. The Subaru SUV that Nathaniel Carter was driving was allegedly stolen in Albuquerque. Carter was arrested on several accusations, including aggravated burglary, battery, criminal damage to property, possession of stolen vehicle, attempted non-residential burglaries. Shall we go on? According to the probable cause statement, though, Carter told police that he never intended to steal anything. I almost did. I stopped myself. All right, I almost did it. He said he only wanted to look around inside the store. That's all he wanted to do. Okay? Let me tell you something, my guy. I'm going to talk to you directly because we're going to move on to the next one. Because Nathaniel Carter, you're not going to sit here and waste our time like this because we got a hell of a show to get to. All right? But you broke a window. Not only did you break the window, you fought the owner. Yes, you fought him. Scuffles. You know what I'm saying? Bow, bow. You left with $300. Okay, so you broke a window, fought the owner, left with $300. Escaped in a stolen SUV. We find out that this is a stolen SUV now. And then you use that to ram another store? What did you think you was going to take the damn used vehicle in and trade it in? Like you could... The Subaru was damaged up to hell. You probably could get... I'm going to tell you this. Marvel vs. Capcom for Dreamcast is worth more than that damn Subaru right now. You was out your damn mind, Nathaniel Carter, and you're looking like a clucker. I'm going to just keep it honest. Y'all seen the picture. Nathaniel Carter, I don't know. You're walking around with your shirt off and everything. I will say this is what happens when drugs get involved. That is my own personal opinion. Ain't nothing here. But it's the truth. I want to know, what was the plan at GameStop? Were you going to drive through really and like start looking for a game? Like, was that your plan? Was you going to actually walk in that shit and start searching and say, what's it? Nathaniel Carter, your ass is about to go up under the jail. We don't have to say much more, but Carter was booked into the Santa Fe County Jail and later released. Prosecutors initially dismissed the cases without prejudice, which means the charges can still be filed again. All right. The district attorney's office says the cases have not been declined and that prosecutors expect to refile after receiving additional evidence, including police video, surveillance footage, the stolen vehicle report, and damage estimates from both stores. I want to ask this. How come, you know what? I ain't going to do that to you. Nathaniel Carter. I don't know how you got out, but they let you out on bail. I don't know how the hell that happened, but I can tell you this. A lot of people, they keep behind bars until that investigation's finished. But for you, good luck to you. Kudos. The investigation remains active, but one thing's already clear with this whole entire thing. This man turned the whole Cirillo's Road into a damn block party, y'all. Like, I don't know what the hell he was on. Nathaniel Carter, you're walking around with your shirt off, fighting the owner, then driving a stolen damn SUV to another store and ramming it. We're done with you, sir. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the next one. It's not much more we got to say. Nathaniel Carter's 22 years old. He's young. Everybody know we were 22. When you were 22, you felt like you were invincible. You had your whole life in front of you. You felt like at 22, you could beat anybody up. At 22, I was smarter than everybody. I was smarter than my parents. Everybody at 22. I knew it all. Oh, yeah, I was working a basic warehouse job at the time, right? But guess what? I was smarter than everybody. You couldn't tell me a damn thing. That's just 22-year-olds. So Nathaniel Carter was hyped up off of something, I can tell you that. 22 years old with a young, wild mind. My man went crazy. Simple as that. Now, I do want to get to the chat. Yeah, that's a sorry excuse and a really bad lie from Chelsea's Way. I do agree. Sorry excuse. See, nobody wants to hear that shit. I'm going to be honest. Nearly everyone in Australia gets bail. It's a joke. Okay. So apparently Australia's pretty lenient too on bail. All right. Hey, the U.S., I can tell you, a lot of times they don't get their bail out like that. Okay. They usually hold back, but people are entitled to bail. So he got out on bail. And they're still... I think they are going to come forward with charges later, but we know what's going to happen. They're not going to find him. He's going to flee somewhere. Okay. So let's go ahead. My fault. Let's move on to the next story. I'm not going to bother with Nathaniel Carter anymore. Okay. We're done with Nathaniel Carter. There's nothing else we need to say about him. I mean, seriously. Okay. Wow. This is the start. This is how we start the video, huh? Okay. Woo. All right. So second story gets much darker, folks. It serves as a warning of how relationships can form inside a game and can move into the real world. So you better pay attention. 37-year-old Amber Graham was a mother from Spring Hill, Tennessee. According to her friends, Amber had developed a relationship with a man she met while playing Call of Duty. In June, Amber reportedly traveled more than 500 miles to Cleveland, Ohio to meet him in person. She brought her 8-year-old daughter with her, despite friends saying not to make the trip. Amber was eventually expected to return home and go back to work, but she never showed up for her shift. Her best friend and manager said Amber later called and unexpectedly quit her job. During that call, her friend reportedly heard a man in the background screaming at Amber before taking over the conversation. That became the last time Amber's friends heard from her, period. July 1st, Amber's 8-year-old daughter was found alone near a Cleveland fire station. You hear me? Her 8-year-old daughter was found alone near a Cleveland fire station. The child appeared physically unharmed and had her grandmother's phone number inside of her pocket. She was placed in the care of CPS. For those who do not know, that is Child Protective Services. Amber's friends immediately knew something was wrong. They reportedly used the gaming screen name of the man Amber had been communicating with to track down the address where they believed she had been staying. Authorities went to a home on hope I'm pronouncing this correct. They went to a home on Bosworth Road in Cleveland, and that was on July 3rd. Amber was found unalive outside the property with her body covered with a sheet. 1 week later, U.S. Marshals and Cleveland Police SWAT returned to the same address looking for 43-year-old Matthew Hensley. Authorities said Hensley was a convicted offender. We got to watch our monetization. Who had been wanted for approximately 2 months for failing to register his address. He was also wanted in connection with additional allegations involving unlawful conduct with an underage person. When officers searched the home, they reportedly discovered Hensley hiding inside a concealed space. This space was built behind a cabinet, bench, and a wall, believe it or not. He was taken into custody without incident. Police records list Hensley as an involved person in the investigation surrounding Amber's unaliving. However, investigators have not charged him with her death. Authorities have not publicly confirmed that he was the man that Amber originally met through Call of Duty. So they want to confirm that first. They want to make sure that Hensley is the same guy that Amber has been speaking with in Call of Duty. The medical examiner is still working to determine Amber's official cause and manner of unaliving. But Cleveland police say those findings are going to help determine whether the case becomes a criminal investigation. Now, for many of us, online gaming is where friendships begin. I'm going to be honest. A lot of us start talking with friends and gain a lot of friends. And I've seen people travel. I've even seen stories of people meeting their Xbox Live friends for over a decade. So a lot of online relationships do lead to great things. But it also can lead to something much darker. People play together every night, talk about their lives, eventually feel like you know everybody and you trust each other. But a gamer tag, a microphone, and months of late night conversations do not tell you if somebody's going to stick you up, just hold you hostage inside their home, kidnap you, take you, do things to you you don't want to have done to you. I'm serious. I've been when dial-up first started and we had AOL chat rooms, and I can tell you, you think things are dark now. There was not as much monitoring going on. You could give full addresses. You could see who was online and whether they were male or female and their age and talk directly to them with an instant message. There was no barriers. Amber Graham's family is now waiting for answers. Her 8-year-old daughter, no mother. They don't want to wait on this investigation to finish. They want to know faster. Investigators are trying to determine exactly what happened, but until they determine it, this is going to remain a tragic reminder that online relationships in the real world still require caution. I don't give a damn how much verification it went through, listening to their voice, and oh, I don't hear anybody around them. Oh, they're great people. I don't give a damn. You better start FaceTiming people. You better start, show me your ID. Let me see your real name. Why are we hiding things from each other if we are truly friends? That's just me. I want to say condolences to Amber's family, especially her daughter, 8 years old. I could only imagine what she witnessed or had to go through even just being alone at the fire station. It is terrible, sick, disgusting, and if Hensley is the person behind this, put him up under the jail. Rot in hell. That's my thing. Y'all, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We're not going to go too much, but it's a shame. Call of Duty is my favorite game, and this dude is on Call of Duty, and it just shows that you got sickos on Call of Duty. You got them everywhere, I'm going to be honest. Let's move on to the next story. All right, that's how we do. We get straight to it, man. We can't stay on stories too long. We got to get through the show. We got a time or two, okay? So, third story takes us to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, y'all, where police say a stolen PlayStation 5 led to an alleged setup. 8 gunshots, attempted unaliving, and finally an arrest 11 months later. Yes, 11 months later. This is a sad one. So, this case originally began on August 23rd of 2025 when a man reportedly said that someone broken into his apartment on Plank Road and stolen his PlayStation 5. Okay? Yes, broken into his home and stolen his PlayStation 5. We all know how many crimes have happened recently, specifically over PlayStation 5s. And me being a black male, I feel like I have to be the first one to address this. It is damn near an epidemic like Jordans in the hood. If they see you with a PlayStation 5 box, people would damn near try to hit you up for it. It is serious. I'm just going to say it. Okay? But after the apartment management office allowed him to review the surveillance footage, right? So he goes and reviews it. The victim reportedly recognized the suspect as his own damn neighbor. Yeah, his own neighbor did it. Okay? 24-year-old Tyzerian Castle. You can see him on screen right now. Tyzerian Castle. First of all, I must say, as a black member of the community, that is definitely a black ass name. It is ghetto as shit. I must say it. Tyzerian, I don't know where, maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough. So let me stop. That is an uneducated stuff that came out your mouth, Nick. There we go. All right. That's just what I felt. But 24-year-old Tyzerian Castle is his name. Now, the two men had known each other for approximately 6 months, and they only lived apart from each other for a couple of months. Wasn't long. Okay, these gentlemen are, and I want to make sure I got everything set up okay. All right. And these gentlemen were like, you know how you know a neighbor and you talk and you become friends, but it's not a very long time to get to know each other. So in 6 months, they lived a couple of floors apart. You see each other from coming up and downstairs. But this is the part I cannot understand. I just cannot understand. You allegedly burglarize somebody who lives in the same apartment building, knows exactly who you are, and can recognize you on camera. I want to repeat that. You allegedly burglarize somebody who lives in the same apartment building. You speak with them. You talk with them all the time. They know exactly who you are, and they can recognize you on camera. So you just didn't care. That's the God's honest truth. You just didn't care. It's not a criminal mastermind at that point. This is somebody just completing a mission regardless of any failures that might be in play. Right? They don't give a damn. They are just going to say, hey, I don't give a damn about anything. I'm just going to do it. That's the God's honest truth. According to the arrest warrant, the victim texted Castle and confronted him about the stolen PS5. Yes. You know what? And I'm not going to lie. This is where I've had something similar happen to me, which I'll talk at the end, and I'll say how I handled it versus how this gentleman handled it. And this is kind of crazy that he handled it like that. But the victim did text Tizerian Castle and confronted him about the stolen console. Castle initially denied being involved, but allegedly admitted to the burglary later and said that he would make things right the following day. So he said, yeah, I did do it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna make it right. Now, I don't take that altercation between the two as a normal altercation. I take it was probably pretty tense. So the two arranged to meet approximately 2 a.m. at another apartment complex on North Ardenwood Drive. That first failure, 2 a.m. on a random street. Castle reportedly entered the passenger side of the victim's car, but while they were talking, a third person allegedly approached the driver's door carrying a rifle and demanded the victim get out. Realizing something was seriously wrong, the victim drove away with Castle still sitting in the passenger seat. Police say Castle then pulled out his own handgun and ordered the victim to stop the vehicle. The victim stopped at an intersection, struggled with Castle over the weapon, and begged him to get out the car. Castle allegedly climbed across the victim, exited through the driver's side door, and then fired 8 times. The victim was struck in his side, stomach area, and left leg, while additional bullets all hit the vehicle. Despite being shot multiple times, the victim managed to drive himself to his family's home. He was rushed to a hospital, underwent surgery, survived, and later was recovering the next morning. By reports, it's a tough-ass dude. Police publicly identified Castle as a wanted fugitive in September 2025, but July 9th, of 2026, Baton Rouge police announced they had finally caught Tizerian Castle, and he is now arrested. Castle is now facing accusations of attempted unaliving, illegal use of weapons, or dangerous instrumentalities. I guess that's how you say it, right? Aggravated criminal damage to property, and let's be clear about something. This wasn't simply an argument over a damn PlayStation 5. This was about disrespect. This was about a guy just, recklessly stealing in a neighborhood. And if you live in that neighborhood, I feel worried about everyone else that lives within that neighborhood. Okay? And we're going to go ahead. I do want to move on, but I wanted to say something like this happened to me as well, as I've suffered break-ins. I've been in the hood, man, and I had to get it how I go. And some break-ins, I did act stupid. There were certain ones I went to people's homes, and I was knocking on doors, and yes, dumb. But I can tell you, there was one time I had a break-in happen, and everything was gone. I didn't have anything. I mean, the only thing they didn't do was go into the children's room. I was told by a kid who, yes, I did pay the kid. In the hood, you got to get it how you get it. And I'm always smart thinking ahead. Kids will say anything, just pay them a couple dollars, give them a video game, and they're good, right? So he told me who stole my stuff. He pointed to the group, and I actually found out who it was. And I thought about doing something, but to be honest, he was around a group of guys. I'm dolo most of the times where I go. I got family, I got brothers and everything, but I usually do things alone. And I didn't want to do anything. I thought about my family, what could happen, right? And I didn't do anything. Charged it to the game. My stuff is stolen and moved. That's what you do. Get out the hood. That's what I did, man. You know what I mean? Because if I keep going that route, something's going to eventually happen to me as well. Let's go ahead and get on to the next story. All right, here we go. We're doing great. We're great on time, too. This one is a bunch of ignorant bastards, and I'm sure you guys are going to love this. So, since June 4th, police investigated 7 separate incidents connected to urban air location in Lawrenceville that was temporarily closed for renovations. Y'all, teenagers are something else, man. I need to be serious for a second. June 4th, police investigated 7 separate incidents connected to urban air locations, or excuse me, an urban air location in Lawrenceville that was temporarily closed for renovations. Now, according to investigators, videos circulating on social media encourage people to enter urban air locations after closing, use the arcade games and attractions, and also, in some cases, tear the damn property up. Yes, they damaged the property. And apparently, enough people watched those videos and thought, I should try that too. I'm going to record it as well, and I'm going to go ahead and self-snitch. Why not? It is 2026, the year of self-snitch. Police say 15 people between the ages of 15 and 20 were taken into custody. 11 suspects were publicly identified, while the names of 4 juveniles were withheld because of their ages. Possible charges vary by person. Okay? So, police listed offenses including loitering and prowling, criminal trespass, burglary, vandalism, and tons of other related charges. We can go down the laundry list. Body camera footage from one incident reportedly shows a 17-year-old telling officers that he climbed onto the damn roof because he had seen someone do it in a TikTok video. Yes, he did the same thing. Now, of course, I believe he lying about he's seen it. He ain't seen nobody climb that roof in a TikTok video. He did that shit on his own. All right? But this may be one of the worst explanations I've ever heard someone give to police. I seen it on a TikTok video. That shit don't work. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And I seen it on a TikTok video is what you say. It's the dumbest shit you could have said, young man. But you're a teenager. What can I expect? Now, I know I'm standing on top of a closed business at night, officer. But please understand, views in the algorithm outweigh law. So therefore, I will take the charge. It's the dumbest shit I heard in my life. We got to do something with these young guys, man. All right, and I love my teenagers out there, all right? I love my teenagers. My teenagers I'm representing today, okay? They out there, they smart. They are real smart. But you got a lot of them that are cooked, as they say. They are cooked. Their brain is literally like we used to watch that old commercial with the old iron pan and 2 cracked eggs. And yeah, this is your brain. That's them. So this is what happened when you see a 35-second video and decide my life is going to depend on it. Okay? They never showed a police report in that 35-second video. They never showed them running at the end. They never showed them when the police catch them and beat their ass. Yes, police do hit the body cam buttons. I've seen it. Turn it back on. Oh, I'm sorry. When I went down, my button went off. It happens. So, breaking into an arcade after hours is not some super cool secret level shit you figured out, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. You're not getting unlimited free play there either. Like, because you're there after hours. So it's not like everything is just, oh, it's all unlocked and we got it. Oh my goodness, this is like Wally World being open to us. No, it's not that. You are committing burglary while recording the evidence of yourself. Young man, you are the dumbest of the dumb. And I understand how clout chasing nowadays and recording yourself doing crimes is a new thing. But I come from the era, well, if you had somebody with a camera, and this was even your homie caught one. You brought a camera. Sit. Your homie caught one. Bow. Straight to the face. You do not bring a camera and get us all in trouble. Police have warned for a long time about these type of challenges, pranks, whatever you want to call them, but doesn't stop these criminals. Nope. I'm going to break into an urban air and, what the hell? It's an urban air. Bro, you're sliding across a zip line and jumping into a bunch of foam. Wow. This is crazy, man. Ab, what's going on? Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all. That's my dog, Ab. For those who don't know, pay some respects to my dog, too. Thank everybody for tuning in. We got multiple platforms. I want you to go ahead and share out and like the content. It's not too much more to say about these young whippersnappers, man. All right, the answer for all this is to start whooping ass at home. I know we got away from whooping ass, and I do understand whooping ass is not the answer, right? But for certain kids, you must implement the whoop ass. Okay, like at a certain point, whoop ass needs to be entered. At a certain point, I don't know. Maybe that's me. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop. That's my old archaic thinking, Nick. You gotta wait. You gotta use your mental, Nick. Stop whooping ass. I know. I just know when you give a good ass whooping, sometimes things change. That's my fault. Okay. Nonetheless, y'all, the internet may reward these kids with views and clicks, but the police is gonna reward them with gun butts and nightsticks. It's just a real. And y'all, that is gaming gone wild. Bam, we do it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Like I said, we got a snappy show. There is no time. We get straight on to the show, guys. Woo! This is one I've been waiting on. Because you know on July 8th, something amazing happened. Yes, July 8th. A lot of people do not know. But I think this is something that needs to be commended. I think this is something that needs to be talked about more. It needs to be talked about all the time. On July 8th, Video Games Plus. I hope, podcast listeners can't see it, but everybody watching, you can see it. Video Games Plus store behind me. And if you listen on the podcast, the video's coming, all right? But on July 8th, Video Games Plus, which is one of North America's major independent video game retailers, put some respect on the name.
Round 2. Fight.
They published an open letter directed at Xbox leadership and Microsoft's next generation console. It was beautiful. Project Helix, they want to make sure Project Helix is right. The timing of this letter is important because Sony has announced plans to stop producing physical discs, and it's hitting the world by storm. Okay? Newly released PlayStation games beginning January of 2028 will only be digital, and it's hurting us. Everybody's talking about it. Now, since that announcement, gamers, collectors, retailers have all been asking whether Xbox will follow the same path. Well, I'm here to tell you, Microsoft has not officially confirmed whether Project Helix will support physical disc. So, this debate is still happening while the decision may still be open, all right? Video Games Plus is trying to apply pressure to Microsoft before they lock in their final strategy, and I think Video Games Plus is taking a step in the right direction. I've been here running my goddamn yappers for I don't know how long trying to go this direction. I've seen a couple other YouTubers and a couple other Twitch guys and a couple people on X, whatever you are. I've seen y'all talking about it too. TikTok too, yes. But Video Games Plus wrote a damn open letter, and I love it. Now, the retailer encouraged Microsoft to make physical games a core part of Project Helix. They argued that there is still a dedicated audience that values collecting, preserving, lending, trading, and truly possessing the games they purchase. Yes, that is major. I think all those, well said. Let's just go through that again. They value collecting, preserving, lending, trading, and truly possessing the games that they purchase. Now, that is the heart of the argument for Video Games Plus. For me, that is not the heart of the argument. The heart of the argument for me is more digital ownership. So I'm more of a guy who's fighting for the digital ownership, where I do want a lot of the physical ownership to stay, and I do want a little more rights there, but I think digital ownership is the forefront we need to be fighting, and everybody needs to be fighting strictly digital ownership. Now, physical games do not outsell digital games. I agree to that. Okay, I will concede to that, but I do think physical games deserve a place in the market still. All right, digital games, very convenient. Okay, you can buy something from your couch. I got it. You buy it from your couch. You're eating your little Cheetos or whatever, and you buy it. You download it immediately, and you never have to swap a disc. Hell, you can keep the other game that you were playing before in there, the other disc. I got it. I understand. Understand completely. You never have to swap a disc. You're the man. Congrats. Dap me up, dude. But millions of gamers prefer disc. No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say millions of gamers. I might be going overboard, okay? But millions of gamers prefer the digital experience. I'm gonna keep it honest. Millions of gamers prefer the digital experience. Because I, at one point, must say myself, I turned over. Yes, I was a dirty dog buying nothing but digital, and I changed. If I can change, you can change too. Today. It's not too late. Okay? We let those other millions of gamers do their digital experience. We'll let them have that. But the problem begins when digital stops being one option and it becomes the only option. And then watch all the digital people start coming out crying. Oh my goodness, why is the game so much? I can't go anywhere else and get it. Oh, I can't buy it in this country. Oh, why won't they release it at the same time in this country as everywhere else? Oh my goodness, when I download it from here, it's only got this update, but over here they get this one. Why are they censoring this from me, but so-and-so? Well, if you had a physical version, you get all that shit. Video Games Plus also reminded Microsoft of one of the biggest mistakes in Xbox history. Let's talk about it. And we all know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you should know what it is. And you could probably say it right damn now. In 2013, Microsoft introduced that goddamn Xbox One with restrictions involving used games, sharing, and offline play, all needing to be connected to some damn online interface. The shit was shit. I want to say it again. You know what? I got to change. My fault. I wasn't supposed to be swearing like that. My fault. Mama, sorry. Sorry. But the Xbox One came with a lot of restrictions. You didn't have offline play. You had to be online only. That shit was nasty work, Microsoft. That was nasty work, Microsoft. You took away sharing. Matter of fact, Microsoft, you were Sony before Sony. I'm glad Video Game Plus put this open letter out there. You need to respond. Okay? So I don't think you coming at Sony throwing your little meme out there. That shit was weak. It was weak sauce. Okay? Sony, of course, everybody know what Sony responded when they did that. Sony responded with now the famous, infamous PlayStation used game instructional video where, I think he showed the person handing a PlayStation 4 disc to another person, and it was like, this is how we share games, and he handed the disc to him. But it was their point of shitting on Microsoft and Xbox, right? So Microsoft calls themselves trying to get back at Sony. Oh, we got your back. No, you didn't, because you were trying to do this way before. We're not dumb. So that was the entire joke. But Microsoft needed pages of policies to explain the damn system, while Sony needed one person to hand over a game. That was a mistake you made in 2013, Microsoft. Xbox became the company trying to control how people purchase their games way before anybody else was. Let's keep it real. 13 years later, the roles reversed. That's all it is. Sony is the company. All right? Sony's the company now. Sony, the company that embarrassed Microsoft for threatening physical ownership, is now the company that Microsoft is making fun of for threatening physical ownership. That's literally what's happening. Xbox has the opportunity to use Sony's old strategy against it, and it does it. So then they announced Project Helix. We will be supporting physical games because we got Halo coming out physical, huh? While PlayStation moves away from them. Look at us. Get the hell out of here. That's crap. You're not doing nothing. You're not showing off. You're not nobody. Like, literally, I hate when companies try to do that. You were literally the first one. You cannot be the one joking. This shit ain't even funny when you say it. For real, it's not funny. It's dumb. It's dumb marketing. And someone in your marketing department needs to speak up and say, bro, I'm not going to lie. We need to be the ones to kind of stay out of this. It's pretty dumb. Okay? Xbox thought this was going to be one of the easiest victories they ever had. Oh, gosh, this is going to be great. Oh, Sony's going to stop physical discs. Look, we're going to throw a dig. Cha-ching. No, it did not work.
Round 2. Fight.
Y'all, this does not mean every single Project Helix console needs to have a disk drive. That ain't what Video Games Plus is saying. No, Microsoft can sell a cheaper digital version. That is what we've been singing for generations. We used to that. The disc version, digital version. Disc version, digital version. That's what we used to. Hell, you could even offer, which I hate, I don't know why I'm even saying this, but you can offer a detachable drive. Hell, one we can just plug in. You know, manufacture a few disk compatible systems, maybe a special batch that we go through and then people start buying them up. And you know what? I shouldn't have said that. God damn it. I just gave them a business idea. Because you know what they're going to do now? Limited edition physical systems. We don't know if we're going to have any more. And everybody's going to sell out. You know, it's, oh my gosh. I don't know why I said that. So that's what's happening, guys. You already know. But the demand is not that everybody must buy physical games. That is not what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying is the demand is that Microsoft should not remove that option. And that is what Video Games Plus is demanding in the open letter. We also got to be honest, man. We got to be honest about Video Games Plus. Because I know I'm talking a lot of shit, but we got to be honest about Video Games Plus. They not writing an open letter trying to really save us. Let's keep it honest. It's not because they love gamers. They're not a gamers for gamers type of group for this one. You ain't looking out for my back. No. I know what's going on. Physical games are the majority. I ain't even going to say the majority. I don't know your business like that. But I'm going to say this. Physical games are the backbone of your damn business. And without disc, there are fewer new products to sell. And there are fewer trade-ins, and they're only going to get less and less. There are going to be fewer used copies generating revenue. Yes. Video Games Plus is not the only company that will have an open letter. Mark my words, you will see a few open letters come. Okay? Video Games Plus is presenting its own business interests as a fight for consumer rights. And you know what? I'm not even mad at it. Because I understand it is... Two fights can be for the same reason, and that's what Video Games Plus is doing, right? They're like, hey, we're all fighting the same fight. You consumers and us, we're fighting the same fight. And that's what they're doing. I think it's pretty smart. Now, they're only trying to protect their business. Let's keep it real. They're not really for consumers. I'm going to just keep it real with you, Video Games Plus. You're not. You're not caring about consumers. You're only giving a damn if somebody gonna bring a trade in or not, or if somebody's gonna buy a new game from your company. Because if they don't, that's when you lose your business. So your main concern is your business. It's not us. Stop lying. Okay. But I understand why you're doing it. It's business. It's a smart move. But both things can be true, right? Two things can be true at the same time. They could be caring about their business, and they could be, you know, wanting consumers to get it. A physical game can be sold, traded, loaned to a friend, or handed down to someone else. How does that sound to y'all? You can finish a game and recover part of your money for selling it. How does that sound to y'all? Okay, I'm preaching right now. Parents can purchase cheaper used copies for their kids. How that sound to y'all? And collectors can preserve older titles after they disappear from storefronts. How does that sound to y'all? Boy, I'm preaching to y'all. You can't do none of that shit with digital. You can't do none of it with a digital purchase. When physical games disappear, guess what's going to happen? You do not only lose new game physical sales, you're going to lose the pipeline. The pipeline that creates the used game and retro game market. You lose it. That affects GameStop, Video Games Plus. All right, many independent retailers, collectors, and customers who depend on cheaper secondhand copies. And I want to ask you guys something. For many years since I've been a little kid, I've been able to take my damn console and go somewhere and trade it in. I've been able to take games I have and go somewhere and trade it in. And they've been able to take those systems, those games, and resell them to other people, and other people were able to experience the same thing that I experienced, while the company was able to make a profit only by being the middleman. It's a beautiful system where multiple people benefit. Now I want to take you to a new system. A system where one server you go into. You go into that server, you make your purchase, you get your game, and that's it. You download it and you're ready to play. You do it all on the couch. You don't speak to nobody. You don't see anybody. Hell, you damn near don't even see AI. That's it. Y'all, this is nasty. And Video Games Plus did a great job. I'm not going to hold up too much. Like I said, we got a show to get to, but Xbox should not build its entire future around physical media. That is not what Video Games Plus is saying. That is not what I'm even saying now, right? But it should allow for customers and the market to have an opinion and a valid input, maybe a petition or something that could make us feel like we're a part of what you decide as far as being the insight to gaming. It should allow it to decide, right? Microsoft can release a standard digital Project Helix and a physical Project Helix with a drive. Anyone willing to pay for it can pay for it. Simple as that. Then you can continue supporting compatible Xbox disc. You don't have to release every game through disc. I understand that. But major games will be released physically, and people can still have those discs and still trade them, which I think brings more attention to your game, because now you can have 3 different families play your game, whereas one family was playing your game. Y'all, I ain't gonna drag this one on because I got another topic to talk shit about. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Told you I ain't gonna drag it on too long. This one's pretty major because this week the European Union, EU, a lot of people like to say, but I think, what is the full thing? I think it's the European Union Consumer Protection, right? But nonetheless, the EU Commissioner Michael McGrath was asked whether regulators could stop Sony from ending physical PlayStation releases in 2028. Yes, they were asked, right? This is the damn commissioner. Michael McGrath was asked whether regulators could stop Sony from ending physical PlayStation releases in 2028, and his response was not what collectors and preservationists want to hear. McGrath said the issue comes down to commercial and contractual freedoms, and the companies are free to offer games and services however they choose, provided they continue following national and European consumer protection laws. So, in plain English, Sony is legally allowed to decide that every new PlayStation release will be digital. Bam! There you go. That was the way to say it. He could have just saved all that fluff talk and just said that. The EU may regulate how Sony treats customers inside of the digital ecosystem, but it cannot currently force Sony to keep manufacturing discs, and that is nasty work. It's true. So, the distinction matters because the EU is not saying Sony's decision is fair, right? They're not saying that, and that's why he worded it that way. Mac McGrath was very nice in his wording, okay? He's not even saying it's consumer friendly or if it's in good faith, right? But he is saying that choosing a distribution format is presently considered a commercial business decision. And there's part of me that wants to agree with that. And I'm a little torn with it, but the part that makes me want to agree is the whole HD, DVD, and Blu-ray war between Xbox and Sony. They had to right to choose their own media format they wanted to go forward with, right? One chose Blu-ray, one chose HD, DVD. One failed, the other one skyrocketed. And they both had the choice. Neither one was forced. Now imagine this, if both of them were forced to use a certain type of media format. Both of them were forced to use dual layer discs, which don't have as much room. So now you're getting double disc, triple disc, and other things. Like there's a lot of complication to that, right? A lot of complication to that. Now, Sony announced on July 1st about the physical disc production for all new PlayStation releases stopping in January of 2028. Games released before that date will remain eligible for physical production, but everything new afterward will be sold through the PlayStation Store or through retailers in digital formats only. So Sony says this reflects changing consumer preferences, which everybody's been seeing. Most people have been purchasing digital, with approximately 80% of its full game sales already coming from digital purchases. All right. So the problem is that the majority preference and complete consumer choice are not the same thing. Even if 4 out of every 5 purchases are digital, Yes. So even if 4 out of 5 are digital, you still have one that wants physical. So I think that one still represents a lot of people when you start breaking down numbers. Like 1 out of 5, that's 20%. 20% of people would still want physical media. That is a huge market of people. Okay? They're buying used games, they're trading games after they complete them. This is a 20% market, right? So the Don't Kill the Disc petition that a lot of people have already seen. I don't know if people have seen it, but if you have not, it's a petition that has already passed 250,000 damn signatures. Sony looks at those numbers and conclude that the financial benefits of controlling digital distribution outweighs the anger from you assholes. That's plain and simple. We don't care. We want your ducats. The money outweighs the anger. It don't matter about your frustration, because guess what's going to happen? 80% is going to buy, which means profit. And the other 20% are going to cry, and 10% will turn around. That's the way Sony feels. The EU response also arrived shortly after another consumer rights battle involving the Stop Destroying Video Games initiative, right? That campaign collected 1,294,188 verified damn signatures, asking the European Commission to address games becoming permanently unplayable after the publishers shut down essential servers. The crew, I'm talking to you. On June 16th, the Commission declined to propose an immediate legal requirement forcing publishers to keep every discontinued game playable, partly because existing European copyright laws give right holders exclusive control over their creations. So they can do what they want. They can shut that shit down and ain't nothing you can do about it. However, it would be inaccurate to say the EU simply rejected the campaign. That would be inaccurate of me. All right, they ain't do that and walk away. The commission said it plans to bring publishers and consumer representatives together before the end of 2026 to develop an industry code of conduct for handling the game's end of life.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm gonna tell you, that's some bullshit right there. You gotta get what no, they gonna tell you what they want to make the shit publish. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Publishers and developers, a lot of them, when the games are digital, they are going to be receiving more revenue. If you make it physical, I'm going to be honest, they are not going to see, and I don't think the revenue change for developers and publishers is much. Like, I don't think it's vastly that much a piece of the pie, but I will say it will vary, because when you start producing physical discs, you do have to take manufacturer costs. Right? Which means you're going to be taking a portion of costs and giving it to somewhere else. Investors get less money. Investors run the whole, let's be honest, investors run the whole ship, bro. All right? I might as well say shit. They do. They simply do. Okay? Digital content laws, they are eyeing that. They got people, hey, buddy, what's going on? Here's a couple. I ain't going to say much else. All right? But nonetheless, it has been emphasized that consumers may already qualify for refunds. That is something that I've been hearing already, and I'm glad to hear that. Okay? I've been hearing it. I don't know if it's true, but I've been hearing it. So when a digital product stops functioning in a way that violates the original agreement, some people have already been given refunds from what I'm hearing. But it's a good sign that you still may get a refund. Not binding preservation law that guarantees you will get the game to run on the server forever. Nope, you won't get that. But you will possibly get a refund. Possible. Piece of shit. Anyways, excuse me. The much bigger legal danger for Sony, though, is going to come from the antitrust law rather than preservation law. All right. Dutch consumer organization called Stichting Maatschappij en Consument launched its Fair PlayStation campaign in 2025, accusing Sony of abusing its control over digital PlayStation marketplace. Now, the organization argues that because digital PlayStation games can only be distributed through Sony's controlled ecosystem, that customers have paid inflated damn prices, and we all can agree. Sometimes, reportedly, the price can be 47% more than comparable physical versions, and that was actually shown. I've seen that. I'm just going to give you some examples. I've seen regular edition of games digitally being sold for $49.99 while the physical comparison was being sold for $28. And guess what the physical comparison was? The definitive edition. So that claim made sure to seek more than $400 million in compensation and is associated with approximately 1.7 million Dutch PlayStation users. I don't know. All of a sudden I turned Dutch. I'm Dutch, right? But Sony's physical disc announcement did not create that lawsuit. All right, that lawsuit was already done, so that ain't no Sony announcing shit that did that. But I think it may have handed over the claimants new ammunition. I think it might be time to, hey, let's move this case forward now. Okay. Lucia Melchurch, the chair of the Dutch organization, argued that ending disc removes the last marketplace where PlayStation games can be freely bought, sold, and priced competitively. Okay? Without physical copies, there is no traditional used game market. No ability to finish a game, sell it, and use that money towards the next purchase. That, I think, hurts video gaming economy as a whole. I think that needs to be the key. If anyone wants to fight for physical, that needs to be your key right there. Is that you are stopping someone, you are stopping your economy from making money, because GameStop, independent retailers, your economy can now make money just from being the middleman. So you're hurting your economy. One. Two, you're actually helping consumers because now they can purchase games at a lower price point and also sell games after they finish. So you're also helping them, right? Like, this is something that it's a no-brainer, okay? Even when retailers continue selling digital codes, those codes ultimately remain tied to Sony's platform and cannot be sold for activation. Even though they're sold on all these damn websites, we know, but not supposed to. So this is where Sony could be walking into that, that little antitrust trap that I was talking about. Physical retailers and secondhand sellers have historically provided Sony with an argument that PlayStation software still faces outside price competition. So if somebody thinks a game costs too much digitally, that person can currently check Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, GameStop, go wherever the hell you want to, any independent retailer, used market, do what you want. But if you can't do that, where are we going to be? An economic analyst interviewed by Fortune argued, very interesting, that by eliminating disc, Sony may be weakening its own defense because price-sensitive customers will eventually have far fewer places to go outside of Sony's controlled ecosystem. And that an analyst's legal and economic assessment, this is not a court ruling, okay, explains why the 2028 decision could become important evidence in ongoing competition cases. So Sony could be in a bit of a pickle here, and they better think of something fast, because if they don't, you might see Sony start facing some antitrust lawsuits come up, whether they are, big corporate lawsuits or whether they're just class action lawsuits, right? So that is why the EU response and the antitrust lawsuit can both exist without contradicting each other. The EU commissioner is saying Sony currently has commercial freedom to stop. The Dutch claimants are arguing that exercising that freedom may still create anti-competitive harm once consumers are locked into that marketplace. Sony may be legally free to go digital, but not free to take part in any type of plans they want within their ecosystem for pricing. They may not be free. They might have to go by some laws when it comes to actual pricing within their own digital ecosystem. And I want to move on because we have a lot to get through on this show, but something I want to talk about specifically is the government. It's a wrap, bro. The government is not, I don't think, I'm just going to say, I don't think, I'm going to say the government may not be able to save the disc, y'all. Like, it's not a chance, because these corporations make more than the governments. They have a lot of power, lobbying power, and I don't think the government is going to save anybody out of this. Okay. Petitions are not going to be large enough to change any evaluation that Sony's going to do moving forward. That is a fact. I'm telling you. If eliminating physical games removes price competition, destroy the resale market, and leaves customers dependent on Sony, Sony is going to discover the real corporate legal hammer that is not preservation law, antitrust. Mark my words. Do it, Sony. Go ahead and do it. Do it. Go ahead. End all the disc in 2028 and control everything. And wait until we start seeing these astronomical prices and we come down your ass with all types of lawsuits for antitrust because there is no competition. You are making sure to monopolize this. You need to have some third-party sites that you're giving some extra keys to. Where does the legal line draw? So I would like to ask y'all, where does the legal line draw? Okay, should Sony have the commercial freedom to distribute games however it wants? Even when a decision means eliminating resale, or even when a decision means you can no longer have the resale market? Or should regulators step in? I think regulators should step in. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one because I'll be all day like yelling at the top of my lungs. Sony won this argument over whether the EU can force them. It's a fact. EU said we can't do shit. Our hands are right behind our back. We can't do anything. They got the right. Yeah, stop bobbing them. Stop bobbing them, please. It's annoying. It's fucking annoying. Excuse me. Pardon me. See, I get mad. Man. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one because I get real mad. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is, y'all. This is Dude, I Got the Munchies. One of my favorite segments, one of our most viral segments as well, where we cover left-hand cigarette foods. Yes, gamer foods, fat boy foods. I can't stop without getting my sweets before I eat. You know what I'm saying? Type of segment. We got to make sure we cover left-hand cigarette foods the best way we can. All right? We cover viral foods every week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to our first one. Because this is Dude, I Got the Munchies. Oh, I like that. Hopefully I get this right. All right. There we go. Okay, hopefully. Let's get this one removed. Let's remove this. There. Okay, there we go. All right. That's a little better. Okay. Now, can everybody see on screen? We should be good. Devon, get the table. My dog, Devon, in the building, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? That's my dog. Yo, we got to talk, man. We got to talk. Y'all, Costco is testing mini croissant donuts in select warehouses. And yes, we got to talk. 20 pastries for $9.99 in glazed and cinnamon sugar varieties. Now, shoppers are comparing them to the famous cronut. Some people may not know about it, except Costco gives you enough to feed a small family. Yes, they do, for less than the price of 2 originals. All right? Reviews are mixed. Some people love them, and there's others that are calling them dry as hell. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Some people are saying it's dry as hell. But I mean, hey, you can go ahead and try right now at Costco for $9.99. Why not? So this may depend heavily on how fresh your warehouse keeps the bakery, because if the bakery ain't fresh, then maybe you're getting some stale croissant donuts, right? So you need to check your Costco bakery, see what's going on. Now, Costco is also rolling out its iced latte freeze. It's going to be rolling it into a lot more food courts. I just want to keep that on screen right now. This is, okay, for everybody taking a look, the Ice Latte Freeze. Yes, Ice Latte Freeze. Coming into more food courts, okay? And customers say it tastes like a Starbucks Frappuccino. I want to repeat. Customers say Costco's Ice Latte Freeze tastes like a Starbucks Frappuccino at half the price. And although the reported sugar and calorie numbers sounded like breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, all that in one, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. And I ain't gonna lie, I got so much caffeine, man. I think I want to say this is equivalent to 6 shots of espresso, right? Like this thing I have you buzzing. So nonetheless, you know, shout out to everybody. I think you should go ahead and try, you know, Costco's iced latte. You know, I'm all for the iced lattes, man. A lot of people, some people are down with them, some people are not. I ain't gonna lie, I started turning into a bougie bitch recently. You know what I mean? I shouldn't. I know that's wrong for me to say. Why am I turning into a bougie bitch, nigga? Why? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, I've been drinking a 7 brew. I done had Dutch Bros. You know what I'm saying? You know you done turn into when you get Dutch Bros, you turn into a bougie chick. That's like 7 brew. When you get 7 brew, you turn into a bougie chick. Starbucks is not as bougie no more. Right? Starbucks is not as bougie. Yeah, it's expensive. There you go. As Shane said, it's expensive, bro. He nailed it. He nailed it right there. It's expensive. So now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, but I want to pull up a delicious picture. A delicious picture. All right, let's go ahead and take that out. Get that out of here. Okay, y'all, you see it. Yes, you do. You see it. You see it, you see it, you see it. Oh, my Lord. I almost can't talk. Almost speechless. I just made myself home. Is this right now in the store? Y'all, Bluebell is celebrating National Ice Cream Month with a limited edition chocolate lava cake flavor featuring vanilla ice cream, chocolate cake pieces, chocolate sundae sauce, and a dark chocolate fudge swirl. Some fans are disappointed that the base is vanilla instead of chocolate. I've heard some people complain. I don't even know why you're complaining. You need to be happy you got it. Vanilla ice cream is exactly what you would normally put on top of a hot lava cake. You don't know. That's why you said that. That's why you said that. So I understand the decision. I am with you, Bluebell. We are here. Okay, we are here. Now, it is available in pints and half gallons for a limited time. Sounds like the kind of ice cream where you open a container for 2 scoops and next thing you know, it's gone. I've been there. You're crying over your ex. I've never done that, by the way. But, and you get the ice cream out, you just take a big, and you will have this for dinner. Yes. Okay. 5 minutes, you're scraping the bottoms. Y'all, how do y'all feel about the Bluebell chocolate lava cake? Would you give it a try? I'm not gonna lie, it's fire. I can tell you, I haven't even tried it yet. It's fire. What do we even need to talk about? New chocolate lava cake ice cream from Bluebell. Holla to you. Move on to the next one. Let's go. Like I told you, we got to get to it. I took a little long on the other ones, but I'm back. I'm back though. My fault, y'all. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. We back. Okay. There we go. Okay. So who is this? Oh man, come on, man. Hold on. I gotta do this, y'all. You know what I mean? We live, man. My man hit it when we live. Hold on. Where's the do not disturb? I gotta do it now. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do not disturb, but I'm gonna do it now. All right, there we go. Right. My man, we live. My man just hit me up and called me, but we live. We live. He know we live. Okay. That's DJ C Money for those who don't know. Anyways, y'all see this. I couldn't wait to talk about this, man. I couldn't wait. Y'all, first I want to say, I feel like, what is it? Is it the Patti LaBelle? The one who got the sweet potato pie? Is it the Patti LaBelle? Let me see. Patti LaBelle sweet potato. Yeah, it's the Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie. Okay, I had to make sure. So, I feel like the Patti LaBelle and the Dolly Parton is like such a racial thing, right? Like, oh, Dolly Parton is for the white people, and we got Patti LaBelle. We got the sweet potato pie. Oh yeah. Like I feel like that's where it went, right? But nonetheless, I eat them both, so I'm with it. Okay, I'm with them both. Dolly Parton has 3 new frozen cookie and custard desserts hitting stores, and I'm not gonna lie, they look delicious, and I will be trying them. Okay, we have banana cream, chocolate mud pie, and vanilla shortbread. Okay, each box includes 4 individual cups that you thaw overnight in the refrigerator, with custard cookies, whipped topping, and even more cookie pieces piled on top. Now, chocolate mud pie is obviously my type of jam, as you know with the last one, right? Like I ain't got to say more, but banana cream sounds like a banana pudding frozen snack dream. I cannot lie. And Dolly already has music, movies, cookware, comfort food, everything. So she's slowly just taking this by storm. So I got to shout her out. Dolly Parton, keep doing your thing. For everybody, how do you feel about the cookies and custard? Will you go try this? I've never had a cookies and custard before, but I'm not going to lie, it looks delicious. And you can see down below, Dolly Parton, yes, the 250th anniversary sugar cookies. She's been doing a thing, kind of 4th of July related too. So Dolly, do your thug dizzle. All right. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, man, we are killing it. This next one I'm so happy about. I'm so happy about this next one. Y'all, finally, man. What sounds I got? I got to find some sounds. I'm giving this to Wolfpack, y'all. Yo. We got the Ida Crispers. How long it's been? They finally brought them back. Now they is my friend. All right, there we go. Shut the hell up. How do I shut this up? Oh, my bad. There we go. Okay. But y'all, after being discontinued around 3 years ago, I was hurt. A lot of people were hurt. There was even a petition to bring it back. Ida Crispers are officially returning, and this time they're staying permanently. These fries have crinkle style shape, and I know what you might be saying. Oh, that's crinkle fries. Nope. Crunchy outside and a soft, fluffy center, and fans were serious about getting them back. Hell, that petition had 1,800 signatures on it. Yes, people were serious. They are already appearing at select retailers with a wider rollout planned for later this year. Y'all, I'm telling you, this proves that sometimes internet petitions work. Okay, they do work. We come together, we band together, we can get some. Especially when the cause involves getting something that is crispy, delicious, potatoey, goes into an air fryer or an oven and comes out delicious. Can I get a hallelujah for Ida Crispers? Beautiful. Big shout out to Ab too. Ab is clipping it up, man. Ab, whatever game you want, man. Just tell me, bro. You can pick two. Pick two. You know what I'm saying? Ab, you can get whatever, man. Hey, it's up to you, man. Whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do the joint and then get you? You get first dibs. You know what I'm saying? You get out. No, I'm just playing. Stop. That's off. That was off record. I don't know why I did that on record. That was off record. Ab, I wasn't push. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, all right? Because I ain't got no more to say. Ida Crispers, we already know. How do y'all feel about Ida's Crispers? How do y'all feel? We know how I feel. Okay, we know how I feel. Bam, oh jam, oh jam. Oh, this one, it ain't gonna let me add the image. Let's do a better image, right? We'll do this one. Okay, that works. And let's do this image. That one works. Beautiful image. I like this one. All right, so we're gonna put this image up on screen right now. No. Don't try to do me. Do TV. Don't do me. Do TV. Don't play with it. All right, there we go. This image worked. Bye, yeah. Okay, so there we go. That's a lot better. So y'all, Shane looks like hot chips. Yo, I know what you're talking about. Pringles has created 7.5-inch potato-based hot dog buns. Yes, they have. I know. Pringles has created 7.5-inch potato-based hot dog buns designed. This shit sounds so stupid. I don't know what. But nonetheless, 7.5-inch potato-based hot dog buns designed to fit inside an actual Pringles can. And they come in sour cream and onion, barbecue and honey mustard flavors. Now, the buns are available through limited time online drops and come free when you purchase a 3-pack of matching Pringles flavors. I do want to try these buns. I'm going to be honest. Pringles recommends putting chips directly on the hot dog for extra crunch because apparently the flavored bun was not enough flavor. All right. I do not know whether this is a hot dog chip science experiment, something that was made in a basement somewhere, but I'm here. I'm here for it. Okay. Like I want to try the barbecue one, the honey mustard one, and the sour cream one. Like I want to know, how do y'all feel about flavored buns? Let's talk about that. How do y'all feel about flavored hot dog buns? Like when we first got the Doritos Locos Tacos, y'all remember that? Doritos Taco Shell? I seen how y'all was getting. Okay, I seen how y'all was getting. But how do y'all feel about flavored buns for your hot dogs, your burgers, your chicken sandwiches, things like that? I think that is very creative. I think it's very creative. But Pringles, shout out to you. All right, shout out to you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, there we go. Bam. Oh, jam. That shit look good. I ain't gonna lie. Man. I hope they don't mess it up. But this is big. This is big news, y'all. Reese's Pieces is getting its first major US update in 10 years, bro. 10 years. And Reese's Pieces is like addicting. It's one of my favorite candies. And the fact they're changing it, I'm kind of, hey, you better watch it. Okay? But Reese's Pieces is getting its first major US update in 10 years with a new version built around a crispy chocolate cookie center. Each piece has the cookie crunch with the signature Reese's peanut butter flavor and the classic candy shell. And the new pouches launched nationwide on July 17th. And I don't know how I feel. I'm a little torn, okay? This is a smart upgrade because Reese's did not replace the peanut butter or completely reinvent the candy. So it's smart. But I mean, they just added another layer of chocolate crunch. Like we like the peanut butter in Reese's Pieces. The point is peanut butter, and you just added a cookie in it. I think you just destroyed it. Like for those, and I'm gonna just double down on this, and I'm gonna prove it to you, Reese's Pieces. M&M's has a peanut butter flavor. Majority of people who like M&M's do not typically like the peanut butter flavor, but the people who like M&M peanut butter. The people who like M&M peanut butter flavor the best don't want to mess with they M&M peanut butter flavor. They don't want nothing to happen with they peanut butter and they M&Ms. It's the same thing with a Reese's Pieces. You don't mess with the peanut butter. So, I don't think this is going to do well, but Reese's Pieces used to be dangerous at the movie theater, bro. Like, you go through a whole box. You know what I'm saying? Like some sunflower seed. You know what I mean? But now they turned into bite-sized peanut butter cookies. So I don't know how I feel. How do y'all feel about the Reese's Pieces new flavor with the chocolate cookie center? How do y'all feel? And that, y'all, is Dude, I Got the Munchies. Bam. Let's go ahead and get on to the next one. We almost done. I got to hurry up and get through this, y'all. I was supposed to be a lot quicker. That was my fault. I'm actually behind on the show. So I might try to run through this a little quicker. Indie game of the week. For those who do not know, some people on Twitch actually seen me play this, but game of the week, y'all. Ascend to Zero. That is the game of the week, okay? Ascend to Zero is a time-bending action roguelike developed by Flyway Games and published by Krafton, okay? I received, okay? I gotta say it again. I received early access and spent some time playing it live. I can tell you Ascend to Zero is definitely a great game, okay? Those who did not hear me, it is a time-bending action roguelike developed by Flyaway Games and published by Krafton. The early access that I played, I instantly knew it's a hit. I like it. I love the gameplay loop. It's very addictive. And just the whole time mechanic, I love it. It actually launches tomorrow on Steam, Xbox Series X, and Xbox on PC. Okay, so for all those who want to try it, be on the lookout for it. Ascend to Zero. Okay, so you can go ahead and play it. I actually believe it launches on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, you can go ahead and do it and play it right away, starting tomorrow, or it might be midnight, right? You like the digital, all you digital guys. The feature that separates this from the usual roguelike stuff is the ability to freeze time during battle. I'm telling you, that is the major thing. I didn't even get it at first when I was first playing. Then by the end, bam, was mastering it. Okay? Enemies surround you. The screen will fill up. You don't know what to do because you got all these attacks happening, but you can instantly stop everything. Reposition your character. See the biggest threat. Unlock anything you need. Get all the different power-ups and bam, there you go. You go right back into it. And it turns what's like a chaotic, how could I say it? A chaotic bullet hell. That's what they call it. I couldn't think of the word. It almost turns it from like a chaotic bullet hell to almost like a roguelike RPG style. It's very weird, but the mechanic works. And I want to send a big shout out to Flyway Games for blessing us, for playing it and giving us access to the early version. We will be playing it more. The other twist that I did not mention is that you only got 30 seconds. I probably should have said that first. Yes, when you're freezing time, you only have 30 seconds to finish the entire stage. So you only have 30 seconds to save humanity. Just think about it like that. From a mechanical invasion, you're defeating powerful enemies. You can reclaim time on some portions, right, to extend the run, but there is very little downtime because you are constantly fighting. Your character is trying to watch the clock while freezing, keeping the clock alive. This game is something else, man. Your weapons, you're constantly upgrading weapons. You love when your stats grow because now you can last longer. So this is one of those games that I'm not gonna lie, you're just gonna probably pop in, play for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, cut off, jump back in, play for an hour, jump out. Like, big shout out to Ascend to Zero. It has an explosive progression system, man. Like, I say explosive because I didn't expect it to take me like that, right? So tons of skill effects and everything. Everybody go check out Ascend to Zero. All right, go check out Ascend to Zero. Flyway Games, big shout out, big salute to Flyway Games for letting us go ahead and play it. Something special here, y'all. Y'all got something special. Okay, if anyone enjoys roguelikes, this is where it's at. You can go ahead and try it. Speaking of, and I'm going to see if do I have any clips of me? So there we go. So my man got, I'm going to put some clips up right here. Okay, I do. I got some clips right here. So let's go ahead and just see a quick clip of the game so people who have not seen it can be able to see the game, right? And just get a quick clip of it. I'm going to go ahead and I'll share the screen. So you guys should be seeing the screen along with me. Okay. Share screen. And there we go. Twitch. All right. So I'm going to play. They want 36. Oh my. So this is me playing it. And you see right now I have time frozen. I'm going to try to do this because I really need it. Yeah, like, time's frozen. I'm going through unlocking everything. I got like 9.59 seconds. I'm at, what is that, level 2,000 and something? So I'm like leveling up like crazy. You see all the different things I'm going through, trying to figure out like what's the best thing for me to do, right? Like notice, I get all the way there. Boss monsters. I don't know what to do, bro. I'm so underpowered on all of them. Have no idea what to do. So what does Nick do? Nick decides to go all the way back. And I know you did not do this, Nick, for real. Hold on, let's see what I did. So there we go. Bam, froze time again. Got him. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, well, I'm dead. Look, I only got 0.48 seconds left. I'm just not strong enough. That's it. I'm done. Finito. That's it. I can go somewhere else. Once I start it again, it's done. I don't have any time to do anything. 0.4 seconds left. And I actually boosted it up to 45 seconds. Y'all see that? So let's stop sharing. Game is amazing, man. So nonetheless, big shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. Ascend to Zero. Flyway Games. Now, let's go ahead and move on. Last but not least. Choose your Y'all choose your fate. You know what we do here. Choose your fate. There is two tough choices. You must pick one or the other. That is it. Can't go no further. Let's get to the show because I'm behind. I ain't got too much time. I got to get to it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit video and let's get it in. There we go. Okay. So, bam. Oh, damn. We doing it like this today? Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Marcus and Dom or Master Chief and the Arbiter? Master Chief and the Arbiter, easily. This is not a close battle. Master Chief by himself, I think, could possibly take Marcus and Dom. But when you bring the Arbiter into it, it is a domination fest. They have futuristic weaponry, right? Like, and I know you're going to say, you know, Marcus and Dom, post-apocalyptic world and all. Yo, do you know the type of stuff they got? They're going to be Master Chief's going to be completely invisible the whole time, along with the Arbiter. They got so much cloaking technology and all types of things. It's over. Marcus and Dom don't stand a chance. It's a very easy battle. Master Chief and the Arbiter, hands down, is winning this battle. Now, who do y'all got between Marcus and Dom, Master Chief, and the Arbiter? Boom. All right. My man Devon said Master Chief and the Arbiter. Of course. I told y'all, man, it's an easy one, man. You don't even gotta think of this one. Come on, as much as I like Marcus and Dom, even if you would have put Marcus in the Cold Train, I still would have said no. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the Cold Train with TJ Combo. Oh, no, that ain't it. TJ Combo ain't gonna do it either. They're gonna kill TJ Combo. Yo, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one, man. All right, let's see. Fast forward some. Ooh. Well, this is a toughie. Actually, it's not. I'm gonna take that back. It's not a toughie. I had to think it over. Because one I don't know fully about. The other one I do. So, who wins in a head-to-head battle? Joel and Ellie or Lucia and Jason? Joel and Ellie is going to beat the hell out of Lucia and Jason. This is going to be very easy. Lucia and Jason, we don't know much about you yet. And I understand y'all doing all the heists. Y'all got the assault rifles. Y'all got all the weaponry. I understand that. Y'all got money. Y'all got power, everything. You have no idea what it's like to survive a post-apocalyptic world. That is something that many people will never, ever in their life experience. So, anyone, and I mean anyone who triumphs past that and gets out of it and is worthy enough to be able to fight you, you lose. It's as simple as that. They go through fighting everybody and everything all day, every day. Like, there's no chance you're winning. Joel and Ellie, hands down. So I like to ask, who y'all got between Joel and Ellie or Lucia and Jason? All right. Let's go ahead and see to the chat. Devon! Joel and Ellie. Great answer, my man. Great answer. I got to say myself, great answer. You know, I guess great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? But Joel and Ellie, yes, that's an easy one for me. I don't think Lucia. And it's too early for Lucia and Jason. Y'all got to earn your keep first. Earn your keep. Okay? Ooh, and you're right. I do agree with that one. Survival skills are gonna win. You know, you can have all that money and all that, but they've been surviving, bro. Like, you ain't seen a chance. This one is interesting. Okay, this is an interesting battle. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Omni-Man or Kratos? This is an interesting battle. I'm going to go Kratos on this one, even though I don't believe Kratos can just single-handedly beat everybody. I don't think he can beat every god. I do think Kratos loses a couple battles, right? But for this one, Kratos is beating Omni-Man. I just think Omni-Man is going to have advantages with certain things like speed and other, but Kratos has beat gods that had some of the best powers you could imagine, and Omni-Man has some of those powers that these other gods had that Kratos has fought. So just for that, like the strength that Omni-Man has, Kratos has fought gods with more strength, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, somebody can correct me on that. Okay, but I got Kratos for this one. Okay, I just got Kratos, and Omni-Man is a tough ass, man. I think this is a pretty tough battle. I do think it's a tougher battle, but I think Kratos wins this. I think he wins pretty good. It's not a, you know, I give him 60-40, right? So that means they fight 10 times. He wins 6.5. Hell, I give him 7. No, I'm taking 7. He's going to win 7 out of 10 times. I do have that much confidence in Kratos. So I got Kratos over Omni-Man. All right, final answer. Whew, that's a tough one, man. Shit. Devon, draw. Yo, I'm with you on that, man.
Round 2.
I'm with him.
Fight.
Yo, them two right there. I would love to see that one. I would love to see this battle. I haven't even. Yo, shout out to the team. Big kudos for this one because that was a great head-to-head battle. I am very curious who will win that battle. I'm curious to hear when I post this what other people think. Omni-Man and Kratos. Like, I seen what Omni-Man can do. Like, Omni-Man makes some of the best look like nothing. That's crazy. And Kratos done it too, so that's a tough one. Nonetheless, I'll go with Kratos, though. All right, go with Kratos. Let's go to the next one. All right, let's see what this next one is. All right. Okay. Okay, I think I got my answer for this one. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Doomslayer or Space Marine Titus? I'm going to go with Doomslayer. And I think Doomslayer pretty convincingly. I do think Space Marine Titus is very underrated. I think a lot of people would probably say he gets demolished in this battle. I don't think he gets demolished. I actually think it's a tougher battle than people think. But I do think if they fight 10 times, this is another 7 out of 10, where Doomslayer is winning 7 out of 10 times. And Doomslayer has the capability, to be honest, to win 8.59 out of 10 times. It's just the strength. He gets stronger as he fights, like healing and all types of things. It's just so much ahead of Space Marine Titus that I just do not think he stands a chance. So I have to say, hands down, this one to me goes to Doomslayer in a head-to-head battle. Both of them have similar builds. They're both very powerful. But if I have to go with one, I'm going with Doomslayer. Final answer. Get with it. What sound I got? All right, stop. Damn, shit. Okay. Devon, Doomslayer. Yeah, I go with that Doomslayer. And Space Marine ain't no punk. I ain't gonna act like Space Marine punk. And I'm not a Warhammer guy either. Like, I never ever watched a Warhammer cartoon series, played a Warhammer board game, anything. I have played Warhammer on the PlayStation. I ain't gonna lie. I played on the Xbox too. Your Warhammer games sometimes be going in. Them little action games, don't cap. The Warhammer action games be going in, but I got Doomslayer for this one. I do got Doomslayer. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, let's see what we're working with. Damn. Ooh, we getting spicy with it, y'all. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Nightwing and Batman or Peter and Miles Morales, man? Peter and Miles Morales is winning this battle. And even though I feel like Batman is really like Batman's so underrated. I think Batman is one of the most underrated superheroes there is. And yes, superhero. He is so underrated. But I still have to say Peter and Miles simply because the superpowers. The superpowers are amazing between the two. I mean, dimension warping. We're talking next level. Like, pick up a whole tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're picking up a tank and throwing it, then that strength alone, okay, is what's going to make Peter and Miles win this. There's fast, strength. I can't say anything else. That's it. Because other than that, I like Nightwing and Batman. I do think when it comes to the mental side of it, they are going to win. Agility. I was going to say agility. There we go. Agility. I was going to say they win. But when it comes to Peter and Miles, I think they got it. Man. So endurance, they might get. But one thing I would give to Batman and Nightwing is Batman mentally is so underrated that he could possibly figure out a weakness to everything Peter and Miles do. And if he could capitalize on it, they could possibly make it. But I just flat out, Peter and Miles. I got Peter and Miles, man. So, Devon, Batman. He said Batman and Nightwing, nothing beats intelligence. I ain't gonna lie, they got intelligence hands down. Like, they got that one. This one I think is a tougher battle than we think. I think Peter and Miles win 6 out of 10 times. So which means 40% of the time Nightwing and Batman would win. I get 60% to Peter and Miles. I might go 6.5. Might go 65%. Right? It's just me. It's a good one, though. That was a damn good one. I ain't even mad at that one. Like, that's nice. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Isaac Clarke or Leon Kennedy? Very easy. Isaac Clarke beats the hell out of Leon Kennedy. Now, Leon Kennedy, you are, man, hey, military training and all that, man. You probably a beast where your side of town. But I don't think you met Isaac. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you met Isaac Clarke, man. This dude has been on a spaceship for I don't know how long, right? He's got all type of future weaponry. Okay? I don't know if you've seen his armor. The man has battled some of the craziest stuff. Now, you've battled some crazy stuff too, Leon. I ain't gonna hate on you. But I don't think you stand a chance against this man right here. Okay? So I'm single. This is very easy. Leon, you are going to get a mud hole stumped in your ass by Isaac Clarke. Final answer, Isaac wins in a head-to-head battle. Pow. Got it. All right. Now, what y'all got for that one? Boss claimed his game. Congratulations, boss, man. What I got for you, man? Good way to claim it. Good way to claim it. Armor suit versus armor vest. Literally. Like literally, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no competition. You got a vest and then a full damn armor suit. Oh, but you got Isaac Clarke. I figured you got Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't even a competition. That ain't even a competition with that one. Now, who wins in a head-to-head battle? Sephiroth or Virgil? Damn, man, because y'all know, man, one of these guys I love so much. And I feel like I can't pick him because I feel like he would lose. But I'm going to pick him anyway. Sephiroth is going to win this battle. Yes, single-handedly going to win. He don't need no help. This is probably the toughest battle of all battles we have been over today. We are talking, the speed is going to be out of this world for this fight. Virgil is probably going to be the most worthy adversary Sephiroth is ever going to fight in his entire life. A lot of people will say he won't come out that battle victorious, but I'm sad to say to all of you that Sephiroth is very underestimated and he will win this battle. I'm not going to give you all the facts because I don't have many, but I will say Virgil's going to lose to Sephiroth because Sephiroth has something that Virgil does not have. Big nuts. Now, let's go to the chat. Zion, Virgil, I ain't mad at you, Zion. I ain't gonna lie, Virgil gonna win, man. Like I feel like Virgil gonna win, but I love Sephiroth so much I can't go away from my dog. Yes, I feel like Virgil gonna beat his ass. Oh God, I can't believe I did it. Virgil gonna whoop him. All right, Devon, Sephiroth. My man Seth ain't no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? He one of them. He one of them. But I'm not gonna lie, this is a very good battle. If I had to say out of 10 times they battle, I think this is 50-50. I give it 50% Sephiroth, 50% Virgil. Others may disagree. All right, so let's go to Zion. We got some facts. Let's go to some facts here for Zion, okay? He can move faster than light. He also has a black hole he can summon, just like Dante. Okay. Let's see what facts I can pull. Can I pull up some facts? You know, I ain't going to have too much time to research. So if I can't pull up some facts in a couple seconds, I'm not going to pull up anything, okay? I don't know. Sephiroth has godlike magical manipulation and can cast cataclysmic spells, okay? Magical manipulation. Why can't he just manipulate Virgil? Godlike too. Godlike magical manipulation. I'm sorry. I got my dog. I got Sephiroth. I got him. Ain't nothing you can tell me. That's what I'm reading right here. Now I give you, if I pull up Virgil, right? Let me go ahead and click. Right? Let me pull it up. Okay. Virgil, he got that damn dark katana. Okay, it slices through the fabric of space and dimensions, entirely bypassing a target's physical or magical durability. Damn. That should sound like it's gonna kill everything. Okay, but still, he got magical manipulation. He gonna boop, got godlike too. So that's a battle. That's the battle. We got to discuss it. That's the one. That's one. But nonetheless, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We ain't gonna keep talking, Zion. I said. Nah, that was a good reason though. You're right. He is fast. Oh, no, they didn't. No, they did not. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Michael and Trevor or Arthur and John? Y'all, I'm sad to say, people gonna think I'm crazy for this. I got Michael and Trevor. Y'all. I'm sorry. And not even because of Michael. Y'all don't understand what a high, souped-up meth head is capable of. Trevor is going to destroy both of them, bro. He don't even need Michael. You could have put just Trevor over there. Do y'all know what the type of stuff that Trevor be doing? He's going to be... Man, Trevor is going to walk in there with rocket launchers. He's going to have all the proximity mines and grenades, every type of assault, right? Like, Trevor don't need Michael for this. He don't. Trevor's going to have enough methamphetamines to take him places that Arthur and John will never be able to go. This is very easy. Michael and Trevor. And Michael can just sit back in the cut and supply Trevor. Final answer. Michael and Trevor. And I love Arthur and John. They got the dead aim ability with it. Boom. But you don't understand. You could do that. And I think you could shoot Trevor in the head. He's going to be on methamphetamines. Like, he's still going. You know what I mean? That's just me. Ab, Michael and Trevor. I agree, man. I agree. That's Michael and Trevor, man. All day. Now, do we got any more? We ain't got no more, y'all. And that is choose your fate. Y'all, the show done went over like hell. I'm hungry. All that. So, yo, big salute to everybody there. Shout out to Ab. Ab, thank you for putting the clips up. Ab, I know I'm supposed to get to you. You've been the one. Man, my mistake. I've been doing a lot. I seen your clips, though. Your clips are great. Ab, I know we want to talk cash and all that for clips right now. If you want any game, let me know what you want. You got people who have redeemed. If it's something else, we'll talk. I got to get my people who redeem first already. But, also, shout out to Devon, my dog. Shout out to Zion, man. Boss, man. I see you in the building. We got a lot of people who are in the cut. I'm not going to shout y'all out because I see y'all lurking. Shout out to y'all. Shane, I'm going to see you in October when you come. Big salute to Shane, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. When he comes into the States, I'll see you. We do the Thug Dizzle. I'm going to go live too, Shane, so we'll have you on the podcast. People love the IRL content, so Shane, it'd be great to have you on the podcast, man. And anybody else, I'm gonna say a couple other things too, but let me get my shout outs first. Dragon, big shout out to you, Dragon. Who else did I forget? There was a couple others on a couple other platforms. I forgot. I'm going all over the place. But nonetheless, before we get out of here, again, we're planning to be at Fan Expo Chicago in August and also Michigan Retro Game Expo. So if you want to hop, shout out Nick Moses 05 Gaming Podcast, holla at your boy. Other than that, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all up no further, y'all. It's your boy Nick Moses 05, Mo Fickety fam. Deuces to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Man, I gotta roll. We way late out this. We out this. Holler.